Hello and welcome to Four Palms Bay, a brand new modded City Skylines 2 playthrough that you can participate in. That's right, this series is being recorded live when I stream on Twitch, and during this playthrough, I'm going to be taking your feedback to build an absolutely amazing tropical paradise. Even the map and the mod list is based on your feedback. We're using this brilliant map, Sunset Beach by the Real Chair, and we've modified it slightly to add some palm trees. And we've also gone through and created this mod list collaboratively, so we'll get to learn how to use it together. And I'll also be releasing all the saves for this build on Paradox Mods. The link will be in the pinned comment below. And along with the streams, I'll be releasing these condensed videos, so if you're not into streaming, you can catch up on all the action right here on the main channel. But if you do want to participate, go to twitch.tv/cityplannerplays and jump into the action. And if you're excited for this brand new, fully modded, fully interactive playthrough, hit the like button. And if you're feeling skeptical but will give it a chance, hit the like button for that too, and let me know how you feel down in the comments. Or leave your favorite emoji for the sake of engagement. And without any further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so for this city, what I think we're going to do, this is Four Palms Bay, we are going to build along the river to begin and have a really basic train station along here. So we're going to need a rail yard. Where is a good spot? Honestly, I think maybe this road has to go, and we'll need to put the rail yard here and then kind of work around the rail yard. This isn't gonna work. I think we need more tiles. Truthfully, I think that for our rail yard, we don't want that to be in the heart of our community. So we've got 3 additional tiles. I think we'll place it right about here. It's flat, we won't interrupt the main line, and it won't dominate our community. So I'm gonna turn it this way so that the road is facing towards the hillside there. I'm gonna set up our connections here. Skylines, I am looking at you, and if I screw this up, I want you to bring me back from my mistakes. What I think we're gonna do is just send this right through, and we'll do something like that. I think if we do a complex curve here, so we set our midpoint where we're going and pull it right in. Oh my goodness. It's going to begin. It's going to begin. I think that's bad. So B. Skylines is going to draw me a sketch. In the meantime, I'm going to modify this bridge just a little bit. Oh no. First mistake. We don't have highways unlocked. So I can't actually build this with a highway. So we're going to have a small segment of arterial running straight through here, and it's going to be fine. It's going to be, no, we make mistakes and we live with the consequences, and it's going to be fine. Look at that. So I used anarchy, and that's why we have that dip in here. Oh my goodness, guys. This is going to turn into my rail nightmare, but it gives Skylines more time.
2 very boring minutes later.
Here is the diagram that Skylines has drawn for me. So I believe that the black is the main line. Here's the asset. We should come down. This is what we've just drawn in. I did it wrong. It'll come down into the main line. And then the top line right here is actually the one that cuts down and merges into the main line. New diagram. Oh. We've got an upgrade. We've got an upgrade and an update. X's are to delete. So we send this through here and this will improve it. Okay. So this gets us down to just 2. So then this is the main line. We're going to pull this right in. Hold on. Let's take a look one more time. So this immediately curves down. So I think something like this. Oh, that's way too sharp. Way too sharp. Skylines, is that what you were thinking? That'll do. I think I'm gonna gentle this up. There we go. I think that was what it was. Next, I think this will be very simple. So for this one, we're just gonna send this straight back a little ways, and then we angle it back like this, send it straight, and then turn it in. And then if I'm understanding correctly, these just go straight back. That's it, folks. That is it. That is it. This is how it'll be. This will work, I think. Now, Anarchy off, and let's get a road here finally. I think we're going to try to create some sort of small interchange over here. Ah, shoot, because we don't have highways, I can't make an interchange either. So, you know what? It's fine. I'm just going to connect this up for now, and we will do something better later. For now, we're not going to let perfect be the enemy of good. We're just going to figure it out. All right. So the whole reason I wanted to do that is because I want to have a passenger rail station right here to the outside world. So I'm going to redraw this road in. We'll try to be as conscientious with our spacing as possible. And rail part 2, but let's start to get the city growing before we do that. I'm going to try to follow the river. I'm going to try my best not to draw grids. And we'll have, okay, I'm going to back that up. We're going to have grids, but I'm going to try not to make everything perfect. I'm going to do my best. So we'll mirror things and do stuff like this and not make things perfect. And then I think we'll send it back here as well. We'll have a road that cuts up the side of the hill right here. So I'm basically trying to use the terrain to form the rationale for our transportation network decisions. So that's the way you'd see it in reality. I want to take a look at the utility situation on the map. It's not something that I looked at to begin with. So there's a pipe going all the way along here. Is it a combined pipe? Or is that, oh, wait, that's not, it's actually power. And the water pipes right here. Okay, so we do have access to that, which is what I was hoping. So all I've got to do, I've already made the connection. That's great. Okay, so now power. Do we have an outside power connection, or is that the underground connection? That must be right here. Yeah. So I'm gonna add a transformer, and we'll just take it from the outside world for now. I don't know if that's gonna actually take. Okay, yeah, you can see the connection was made there. Okay, so we've got power, and now let's think about our zoning. So we're gonna have a rail station right here. I think this is probably where we should have our commercial. So I'll add a bit of commercial right here. I'm gonna try to start out small, and then we'll have some residential behind it. And actually, we've got our 4 palm trees, so we'll also have our beach properties housing. I think we might go with European. So we're going over the top of this over and over, and we have plopped the growables in here, which is why these buildings are not going away. So I will have to delete them myself. I'm going to let those fill in, and we're going to start to make our train station. So what I'm thinking is we'll have a parallel track right here. I'm going to use Snapdisk zoning grid and cell length, and we'll pull that right along here. And I want to merge before the bridge over here. So we'll do something like that. And I'm giving this plenty of length because the trains are pretty long. So now I'm going to build a little bit of a plaza right here. Actually, first of all, I'm going to build an invisible pedestrian path directly to the train. The only unfortunate thing is they won't be able to cross. Hold on. I've got an idea. I'm going to get rid of this center path. So we have better bulldozer, which is the only reason I can do this. I'm going to get rid of that path right here, and we'll use a pedestrian road right here and send that right up. And I wonder, that's not great either, is it? I think we have to go with a regular path. We'll just have one regular path. There we go. I'm going to go 6 units in then. Snap to existing geometry, come down 6 units, pull it right up. Do the exact same thing down here. We get a crosswalk then too. So we'll go 6 over, do the exact same thing. We'll delete this. And then I need to find those invisible paths. And we'll redo these after we place this. And I don't love this surface, but we got to find the one that we want. What do you guys think? So 1, 2, or 3? You want to poll? I can poll you guys. Oh my goodness. It's a tie between 1 and 3. Guys, 1 or 3? What now? So number 1 is one with 55 votes. So we are going with that one. This is honestly kind of a ridiculous tiled area for a community of this size. We probably should take this down a notch. We probably should, but I'm not going to. Yeah, we need a couple of trees through here. We need, I think a fountain would be nice. Oh, that's the one right there. We'll add some planters and some trees. Overcharged Egg used sandboxes for this, I believe, in his video. So if we use a sandbox, it kind of looks like a planter. It looks like What is that? Sandbox random is not going to work, but we could use this one. We'll just have to imagine that that toy isn't there. This one also works. We can also use the straight line tool with this. I'm going to use the fixed length. So I think that we'll do the Florida up the sides with some landscaping to frame this area, and we'll add the coconut palms right here. So I should be able to just select the wiggly center of this and then just pull it along. And there we go. Perfect. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice to me. Next, I want to have some bushes on the outside to kind of frame this. I wonder, actually, another thing. Do we have any flowers that are small enough to maybe cover this in? I think that works. I could try the cultivated green as well. Yeah, we'll just, yeah, this will actually, I think I'll mix it up. I'll go every other. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now we need some benches. And the funny thing is, we still don't have a functional train station yet, but we are thinking about benches. All 11 citizens love these. I agree. I can't pick the color. They just randomize as you move. There's literally nothing I can do short of just like placing them off and just hoping and then deleting. There we go. That works. We're going to pretend that there's a planter underneath these. I wonder, do we have any planters? No. I don't know what that is, but that's not it. Let's play pretend. That's what we're going to have to do. That's the best that we can do. We'll do the exact same thing on the other side. And then I want to add some basically food amenities, and then we're going to get this thing running. There we go. Hedges. If we want to do hedges, we've got to basically create our own with some of our cultivated green bushes, and we can put them in fence mode. We do something like, actually, let's see if I do this and I get it really close. And then we'll use some of our Florida palms. I want to have some food trucks as well. This is a lot of infrastructure for a historical start. You're right. I'm going to stop. I will stop. And instead of doing that, we'll just add a train stop right here. So this is how you do it. This is the extended networks, I believe. It gives you access to be able to place the passenger train stations. So we're going to be able to just place this right here. And that's basically in the center. I'm going to move it forward this way so that the train stops right here. And then we should be able to add one on the other side as well. And now we will just add a new passenger line and connect this to the outside world. Complete the route. Something's kind of screwy here. Hold on. Let's give this another shot. I'm wondering, and I'm really hoping that this isn't the case, but I'm wondering if we have to do something like this to create a turnaround. I'm inclined to think that that is the issue, because you can see as soon as I added that, we have the ability to turn around right there. Oh, tiny village. Hooray, we have money. Let's see, what do we get? Medium density housing, 4-lane roads, healthcare, cemetery. Lots of good stuff. Landfill, lots of stuff that we need now. Let's see. Got to add these back in. So we'll add one here in the middle. Actually, we'll start here. We can always move these if we have to. And then we'll try this line again. We'll go over here and right back. We have a complete route. There we go. It does work. Let's try one going out the other way as well. And there we go. 2 complete routes. I think, truthfully, I want to move these back a little ways. So I'll just pull these back to these stops, and then I should be able to just delete these. So this is Better Bulldozer. If you go to the 4th tool, and then there's this little pillar icon, that's how you can delete these custom stops. There it is. We've got our train. It is working. Wait, where is it going? Where is it going? You can't go this way. Oh no. It was supposed to reverse right there. It did turn around right there. That is not what I wanted. It needs to be centered. Okay, we'll give it a go. And you know what? There's no harm in just leaving these things here for now. So we'll just leave it and we'll see where the next one ends up. I'm also wondering if I can take this down. I think that looks a little bit nicer. Would be better one stop for both lines. You think so? But what if they both come here at the same time? Then one has to wait? Okay, I'll bite. I think you're probably right. we'll probably get less backups this way. So they'll probably wait right here while the train's turning around. So now here it is. Hopefully it just reverses. Okay, there we go. There we go. Obviously no one is coming here because no one lives here. Oh, there are people coming here. So there we go. We've got one person they were able to cross. Everything is just fine. There we go. We made a custom train station, so that is good. Let's add in some row housing through here. And we've got to add in healthcare, death care, and garbage management. I think for death care, I want to add this in fairly quickly. And I may just add this right about here. Reasonably, it's relatively flat. It's away from everything. We have plenty of room. It's perfect. Untether this from the road, and we'll do something like that. Perfect. So I'm going to add more dense housing along these couple of blocks. Before I do that, though, I want to control the zoning. And I think I don't want zoning on the left-hand side of Butler. I don't know if it's actually the left. And I know that it's super aggressive if it has anything built on there. I guess I can turn it all off. Good enough. And I'm wondering why I can't get rid of it right here. I'm going to try something. Let's redraw in this road. There we go. Now I wanted to do that so that we could have a consistent depth of buildings along Manor Street, which I think is going to be much more important than Lilac Street. Now I am curious. This is not hooked up, so we are going to need to do something about this as well. These are basically on top of one another. I think if I just do that, they're connected. That connects the water, and for the power, I need to draw in a low voltage line. I am going to just fill in a bunch of this now with residential. I'm going to try to control the zoning a little bit though. I don't want any zoning on this side of Anchor, so that'd be the left side, I guess. And then here, I'm going to get rid of all the zoning. So to do this, I have to have the zoning tool selected, and then I can just basically go up and down and start removing the zoning along here. The other thing that we need to start thinking about is our industrial. We have a growing industrial demand, and I think we've talked about how we'll want to interchange this in the future. I think because of that, this little parcel right here would be incredibly undesirable for most things. You have train tracks all the way around. You've got highway right here. This highway, though, is access to industrial, so it would be great for that. This would also probably be a fairly good parcel for commercial, so one of the two we could have there, but I'm leaning towards industrial. Yeah, we could add an industry. That would make a lot of sense. Maybe we'll add forestry. I like that actually a lot. But if we do that, would it make more sense to just kind of have that tucked away back here in one of these areas? We could kind of send it back here and have it in the hills. Kind of like that idea. The second train is waiting. Ah, you guys were right. No problems. Just wait and the second train will come in. Perfect. I'm going to fill these couple of blocks, and I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to kind of roar through these and just do random sizes. I want to activate this waterfront at some point. So we have all this lush landscaping. So what I think we're going to do is, rather than going all the way back there, I'm going to try to keep things. I'm going to leave a gap here, first of all. We'll call a mulligan on this one. We'll leave a gap here and try to allow a path to come along the coast behind the trees. And then whenever we zone, I want to try to preserve all the largest trees. And maybe we'll leave some gaps between the homes here. Let's see. We need a medical clinic still, and we also need a place to take our garbage out. We don't really have any place for commercial stuff. I think we might take this little awkward triangular parcel and have city services and a little bit of commercial. So I think we'll build something right here. Our medical clinic, nice and centrally located, heads right in. And I want to come back over to this area. We are going to build our forestry industry up in the hills over here. And then over here, I think we're going to have our garbage dump, and eventually we're going to have some industrial as well. So I'm basically trying to have this be a super gentle turnaround. Oh, shoot. Well, we get another crack at the complex curve. I want this to be super gentle because of the vehicles that we're going to be having here. Understanding it's going to be garbage trucks and freight traffic, that kind of a gentle curve would make the most sense. You might even have a separate standard 4 industrial areas in terms of the radii of the turns in the road. So I'm going to buy a tile to fit this in. And then I think I'm going to try to, this doesn't make logical sense right now, but the most desirable land will be closer to the interchange. I'm going to place this, I'm going to say that the city's placing this way back here in some of the less desirable land. Then we can have the garbage kind of wrap around this too, our storage. And for the time being, I'll keep it relatively small. I'm trying to create some sort of a buffer so that if you were a passenger on the train coming into town, your first introduction to the city isn't a whole bunch of trash. Because reasonably, that is kind of what you see right now. I'm going to also add industrial. So I'm going to try to make sure that we don't bring this too far back because I want to have a row of trees back here. You know, I'm thinking we added this row of trees here. I don't want to do that. Let's do something else. Let's do some fences. There we go. So we have these industrial fence pieces and we can place these. And now if we use the fence mode inside of the line tool, we should be able to just draw these alongside here. And I'm going to take the rotation to 0. Now, let's see. Can I just clip onto the side of this? There we go. We've got a fence all the way along there. We'll throw some bushes. It'll be really good. I think I'm just going to line this up and down. I'm going to turn off zoning here though. And this isn't going to fill in for a while and that's completely fine. Let me see. There we go. I'll put it on just the right-hand side. And the reason I wanted to do this is all of these industrial buildings are going to be loading onto a road. I'd rather have them loading onto their little local streets than Cypress Street right here, which is, it's a collector going into a major arterial. So I'm basically trying to follow the principles of roadway hierarchy without telling you guys what it is. So I think in our little city, I'm going to add in just a couple more things, a little bit more density. We'll start to rezone some of this and add just a little bit more here and there. And while we're waiting on this, I'm going to load this up with landscaping. We'll do our first custom parking lot. So to add a custom parking lot, you basically go into paths, and then there are these invisible parking lot roads right here. And all we have to do is not touch the side of the road. We need to get close to it, but we can always just move it to fix it if we have to. I know that the first pavement surface I don't really like. I think number 2 is the one that looks a little bit better. We're going to modify this and fix this, and then I'm going to add that forestry industry. But I want to landscape around this a little bit first. We're not going to go crazy. Maybe a couple of Sylvester palms, and then we'll add a bit of landscaping around them. I'm going to add in a couple of bushes back here behind this building. There, this will be good enough. Let's go and build our forestry industry. And I'm thinking that we're going to send this back here. So we'll come at this with a dirt road. I think we'll come from here just for the sake of power. So I basically want to take this hillside and we're going to use this as our forestry area. I don't exactly know how far we want to go just yet. So I'll take a lot of it, but not all of it. So here we go. We have our paper company, or our paper. We have our forestry industry, North Notes Paper. And I think that we're going to leave it here. I really hope that you've enjoyed this one. This has been a really interesting challenge building live like this, but it leads to a looser and more freeing playthrough, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. And I really want to thank you for your time, whether you watched it live with me on Twitch or YouTube, or you're watching this condensed version. Let me know how you feel about this. I'm really interested in knowing whether you like this format or not. I'm toying with a few things, such as moving my mug off the screen so you don't have to stare at me the entire time, but we'll have to see. And let me know. Those are the sort of things that I want to hear from you about. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.